Today, we're going to dive into a skill that can literally change your entire workday. We're talking about emotional intelligence, or as you probably know it, EQ.
Come on, we've all been there, right? The pressure's on, you're getting frustrated, and you are this close to saying something you know you're going to regret later. Well, what if you had a toolkit, a specific set of tools to handle that exact moment?
All right, let me paint you a picture. Let's meet Alex. Alex is a project manager, and today is the big day, the final deadline for a massive project. You can feel the tension in the air, the stakes are through the roof, and yeah, everyone is feeling the heat. I mean, the client is expecting a perfect delivery by 5 p.m. The whole quarter's success is basically riding on this one single project. So, no pressure at all, right?
And then, bam, it happens. A key team member walks over to Alex's desk with that look on their face and says the words no one ever wants to hear. My part isn't ready. They've missed the final critical deadline.
And just like that, Alex feels it. You know that feeling, that jolt of adrenaline? The heart starts pounding, the shoulders creep up towards the ears, and this hot wave of just pure frustration washes over. That, right there, is an emotional trigger going off. So, here we are at this critical fork in the road. This is the moment of choice. Does Alex just lash out in impulsive reaction completely fueled by that frustration? Or is there another way, a more thoughtful, more productive way to respond? This, my friends, is where emotional intelligence swoops in to save the day. Think of it like a toolkit Alex has, with 4 very specific tools inside, ready to turn this potential disaster into a totally constructive conversation.
So what are these tools? Well, first, it's about identifying your triggers. Second, using what I call the 2-second pause. Third, bringing in some empathy. And fourth, simply naming your feelings. Let's break down how each one actually works.
Okay, tool number 1 is all about self-awareness. It's about learning to recognize those little physical signals your body sends out when a trigger gets hit. For Alex, it was the racing heart, the tense muscles. Just noticing that's the first step to getting back in control.
It's really as simple as acknowledging, okay, yep, this right here, a last-minute crisis, is a trigger for me. Just knowing that gives you so much power over what happens next.
All right, tool number 2, the 2-second pause. Now this sounds almost too simple, but trust me, it is an absolute game changer. It's like a circuit breaker. It stops that emotional impulse from turning into an action you can't take back. All it takes is 2 seconds.
Oh man, we've all gotten that email that just makes your blood boil. But instead of firing back a reply in the heat of the moment, taking that pause, just 2 seconds, gives your rational brain a chance to catch up.
Tool number 3 is empathy, and you use it during that 2-second pause. This is where you flip the script. Instead of thinking, how could they do this to me, you ask yourself a different question. Wait, what's going on with them? It completely reframes everything.
So Alex could suddenly realize, hey, maybe this team member isn't being difficult. Maybe they're just completely overwhelmed. Maybe they're stuck or even scared to ask for help. See? Empathy builds a bridge, not a wall.
And now for our final tool, name your feelings. This is a really cool neuroscience trick. By just saying to yourself, okay, I am feeling frustrated right now, you actually activate the more logical, rational part of your brain.
When you put a label on the emotion, you're observing it instead of being consumed by it. It literally dials down the intensity, quiets down your brain's fear center, and gives you the mental space to think clearly about what to do next.
So, let's go back to Alex in that pressure cooker moment. Armed with this new toolkit, 2 very, very different paths open up. The impulsive reaction versus the high EQ response.
I mean, just look at the difference here. The impulsive reaction, this isn't good enough. It's accusatory, it shuts everything down. But the high EQ response, it acknowledges the feeling, I'm frustrated, and then immediately opens the door with a real question. What's blocking you? The outcome is like night and day. One path leads straight to conflict, to a defensive team and damaged trust. The other path, it leads to problem solving, to teamwork, and to actually finding a solution together.
So when we boil it all down, what's the big takeaway from Alex's story? What's the one thing you should remember the next time you feel that heat rising?
This is it. This is the core idea. Emotional intelligence isn't about not feeling things. It's about managing your reactions to those feelings. That's what allows you to be the kind of leader and teammate your team really needs.
And the best part is, you can start practicing this like right now. You don't have to master all 4 tools at once, just start with one. And the easiest, most powerful one to start with is that 2-second pause. Seriously, try it in your very next conversation.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Think about your day, your week. Which conversation, which interaction is going to be the first one you change with that simple, powerful 2-second pause?